Welcome to Movie Time, and today we embark on a thrilling journey into the realm of chilling horror films that will keep you on the edge of your seat. In this thrilling video, we'll be delving deep into the mesmerizing realm of horror movies, meticulously ranking the top 10 films of 2023 based on their mind-bending special effects, spellbinding narratives, exceptional performances, and their profound impact on the genre as a whole. Don't miss out on the opportunity to join the conversation by sharing your thoughts in the comments section. We're eagerly awaiting to hear which of these hair-raising flicks have haunted your dreams and taken the coveted spot as your personal favorite. Number 10. Play Dead. Play Dead is a horror thriller film directed by Patrick Lussier and written by Simon Boyes and Adam Mason. The film features Bailey Madison and Jerry O'Connell in the lead roles. It was released in the United States on April 7. The story revolves around Chloe, a forensic student who decides to fake her own death in order to gain access to a morgue and retrieve evidence that wrongly implicates her younger brother in a crime. As Chloe enters the morgue, she discovers a horrifying secret within its walls. The sinister doctor is using the morgue as a front for a twisted and elaborate business. Soon she realizes that the most terrifying thing about the morgue isn't the dead bodies inside, but rather a living human. Number 9. Malum. Malum is a horror film directed by Anthony DiBlasi, who co-wrote the screenplay with Scott Poiley. It serves as a reimagining of the 2014 film Last Shift, which was also directed by DiBlasi. The cast of Malum includes Jessica Sula, Eric Olson, Cheney Morrow, and Candice Koch. The film had its theatrical release in the United States on March 3. The story revolves around Jessica Lauren, a newly appointed police officer on a quest to uncover the mysterious circumstances surrounding her father's death. She is assigned to the final shift in a decommissioned police station, where a notorious and violent cult met their demise years ago. As the sole officer at the station, she soon becomes the target of terrifying supernatural occurrences. Through these harrowing events, Jessica embarks on a journey that reveals the shocking truth about her family's involvement with a deranged cult leader. Number 8. The Boogeyman.
Dad, you have to listen to me.
Okay, I'm listening. Sweetheart, let me handle it.
The Boogeyman is a supernatural horror film directed by Rob Savage, with a screenplay by Scott Beck, Brian Woods, and Mark Heyman. It is based on Stephen King's 1973 short story of the same name. The movie features Sophie Thatcher, Chris Messina, Vivian Lyra Blair, and David Dastmalchian in starring roles. The Boogeyman was released in the United States on June 2 by 20th Century Studios. The plot revolves around high school student Sadie Harper and her younger sister Sawyer, who are still grappling with the recent loss of their mother. Their father, while a therapist dealing with his own intense pain, isn't providing much support. When a desperate patient unexpectedly arrives at their home seeking help, he unintentionally unleashes a terrifying supernatural entity that preys on families and thrives on the suffering of its victims. Number 7. Knock at the Cabin. The story follows a young girl and her parents who are held hostage by 4 armed strangers while vacationing at a remote cabin in the woods. These strangers demand that the family make an unthinkable choice in order to prevent an impending apocalypse. Confused, scared, and cut off from the outside world, the family must confront their beliefs and make a decision before it's too late. Number 6. Infinity Pool. Infinity Pool is a crime horror mystery film written and directed by Brandon Cronenberg, featuring Alexander Skarsgård, Mia Goth, and Cleopatra Coleman in the lead roles. The film was released theatrically in Canada on January 27 by Elevation Pictures. The story follows James, Alexander Skarsgård, and Cleopatra Coleman as they embark on an idyllic vacation at a secluded island retreat, immersing themselves in the pristine beaches, impeccable service, and the warmth of the sun. However, Under the influence of the captivating and enigmatic Gabrielle, Mia Goth, they venture beyond the boundaries of the resort. In this new environment, they find themselves engulfed in a society characterized by violence, indulgence, and unimaginable horrors. A tragic event compels them to confront a no-tolerance policy for transgressions. They must either face execution or, if their wealth allows, witness their own deaths in their stead. Number 5. Megan. Megan is a science fiction horror film directed by Gerard Johnstone. The screenplay is written by Akilah Cooper, based on a story by Cooper and James Wan. The film stars Allison Williams and Violet McGraw, with Amy Donald physically portraying the character Megan and Jenna Davis voicing the character. Megan premiered in the United States on January 6, distributed by Universal Pictures. The story revolves around a young girl named Katie, who tragically loses her parents in a car accident. She is placed under the care of her aunt Gemma, a robotic engineer. However, Gemma lacks the emotional capacity to provide a nurturing environment for Katie. Consumed by her work and unable to be emotionally available, Gemma makes the decision to create a humanoid robot named Megan to be a companion for Katie, a decision that will have unimaginable consequences. Number 4. The Pope's Exorcist.
Whatever you do, you only do because God allows it.
Did he allow that?
The Pope's Exorcist is a supernatural horror film that has been directed by Julius Avery, with a screenplay by Michael Petroni and Evan Spiliotopoulos. It is based on the 1990 book An Exorcist Tells His Story and the 1992 book An Exorcist More Stories by Father Gabriel Amorth. The film features Russell Crowe in the role of Amorth. The Pope's Exorcist was released in the United States on April 14, inspired by the actual files of Father Gabriel Amorth, who served as the chief exorcist of the Vatican. The movie follows Amorth as he investigates a young boy's terrifying possession. In his pursuit of the truth, he uncovers a centuries-old conspiracy that the Vatican has desperately tried to keep hidden.
My faith.
Number 3. Insidious, The Red Door. Insidious, The Red Door is an upcoming supernatural horror film that marks Patrick Wilson's directorial debut. The screenplay is written by Scott Teems, based on a story by Leighton Wannell, serving as a direct sequel to Insidious 2010 and Insidious Chapter 2 2013. It is the 5th installment in the Insidious franchise. The film features Ty Simpkins, Patrick Wilson, Andrew Astor, Rose Byrne, and Lynn Shay reprising their roles from the previous films. Insidious: The Red Door is set to be released in the United States on July 7 by Sony Pictures Releasing. The story follows Josh Lambert as he travels to the eastern part of the country to enroll his son Dalton in school. However, their seemingly ordinary college journey quickly turns into a terrifying ordeal as long-suppressed demons from their past resurface to haunt them both. Number 2. Scream 6.
Guys?
Scream 6 is a slasher film that has been directed by Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett, with the screenplay written by James Vanderbilt and Guy Busick. It serves as the sequel to Scream 2022 and is the 6th installment in the Scream film series. The movie features Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega, Jasmine Savoy Brown, Mason Gooding, Hayden Panettiere, and Courtney Cox, all reprising their roles from previous installments. Scream 6 was released in the United States on March 10 by Paramount Pictures. Following the recent string of Ghostface murders in 2022, 4 survivors of the killings make the decision to leave Woodsboro behind and start afresh in the city of New York. However, their plans for a new beginning are disrupted when a new killer carries out a brutal and savage murder, causing their aspirations for a fresh start to crumble and once again placing their lives in jeopardy. Number 1. Evil Dead Rise. Evil Dead Rise is a supernatural horror film that has been written and directed by Lee Cronin. It serves as the 5th installment in the Evil Dead film series. The movie features Lily Sullivan, Alyssa Sutherland, Morgan Davies, Gabrielle Eccles, and Nell Fisher in prominent roles. Evil Dead Rise was released in the United States on April 21 by Warner Bros. Pictures. The story revolves around a woman named Bette, who visits her older sister Ellie's house. Ellie has 3 children and raises them alone in a large apartment located in Los Angeles. However, it doesn't take long for the sisters' reunion to turn into a terrifying nightmare. The discovery of an old and peculiar book in Ellie's apartment unleashes demonic creatures that possess human bodies and use them for their sinister purposes. Now Bette, who never expected such an event, finds herself in an unequal battle against the most horrifying mother she has ever encountered. Thank you for watching today's video. By subscribing to our channel, you'll be the first to know about new movie releases. You'll also have access to our curated list of must-see movies, ranging from classic films to the latest blockbusters. So, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and join our community of movie lovers today.